What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode on the Duramax Jack YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in with me today. Starting this video off in my mess of a garage. There's just more and more shit accumulating in here, but it's okay. At least I have a place to put it, but I definitely have to consolidate it. Quick reminder though, big bulletin right here, guys. Enthusiast merchandise kits. The brand new GoPro Hero 5, a brand new MacBook Pro. She's beautiful and $100. This is all up for grabs. Any one of you guys that makes a purchase with Enthusiast could win one of these items. We wanted to start this initial kickoff with multiple items to even the odds. That way it wasn't just one big thing that any one of you could win. So really excited about this, guys. This giveaway ends November 25th, so make sure you don't miss your opportunity to get entered today. Every $5 is one automatic entry to win. All of that information is down in the first link in the description below. Alright guys, so to get this day started, I have some really exciting news to share with you guys. The WRX is officially sold. The individual by the name of Tyler actually purchased the car. Let's switch back to recap the final sayonara of the WRX. And the day has come where we are officially en route to sell the WRX. So I had to bring you guys along for the journey. And unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit rushed, and it's probably going to get dark here shortly because, as you all know, my absolute favorite time of the year, daylight savings, of course. So let's make this night happen because I know if I was Tyler, I would be insanely anxious right about now. We have arrived. All right, guys, so just got to Tyler's house. You can see the WRX is in its final resting spot as I depart with it, and there's Tyler right there, very anxious, very excited. So I'm gonna make it official on the vlog and say there are the keys, my man, all three of them too. Look at that. And you're good to go. Now I am officially moved out, and in the dark, this is my official sayonara to the WRX. It's been real, and to many happy miles with Tyler, because I know there will be many. So that was pretty cool. I know that was a little bit short, and I know it's a little dim lit, so I apologize for that. I was trying to do my best, but as we know, daylight savings is just a little bit of a hindrance to the vlog. It was only 7 months of ownership, which is pretty insane. And I put about 10,000 miles on that car. So I do not have the Corvette yet, but I do have my new daily driver. Wait until you see this thing, guys. It is awesome. Look at that beast! A lot of you are probably saying right now, what the hell, Jack? You went from a 2015 WRX that was like immaculate to this. Now don't judge me. Bartholomew, this is Bartholomew, ladies and gentlemen. Bart the Bug-Eye. Due to obvious reasons, I'm so excited about this because I've always wanted a daily driver car that I just really don't have to care about. And that's exactly what this is. It's a 2002 Subaru Outback Impreza. I love my wagons, and I told you guys that I wanted to try and go the wagon route for my daily driver. So I was looking around, and luckily on Facebook Marketplace, I was able to find this car. Now I gotta say, Facebook Marketplace is by far superior to Craigslist. I don't know if any of you guys use it, but the only reason that I actually made a Facebook, and it's Duramax Jack if you guys want to follow me along there, is because of Facebook Marketplace. It's great because you can find kind of trustworthy people. So I picked this car up off of an older gentleman, family man, to drive it and not care, and he enjoyed it, but he wanted to get into something that was a little bit nicer, and his wife really wasn't all that fond of driving this car around. She had an option of driving a brand new fully loaded Excursion. But I'm really excited about this car because now I just generally don't have to care about using the car every day, about really anything. I just drive it, I change the oil. My dog's quality of life definitely just went up again because now he's got a car that he can go for rides in. Stay, bud. Speaking of orders, we gotta go hit the post office. Come on. Good boy. You ready, bud? Otto loves to go for rides. It's good to have you back in the car, buddy. Just wasn't the same without you. I know. I love you too. So the only thing that I'm gonna do to this car, because of course there's gonna be one thing that I need to do, is get it tinted. Because right now, I'm just like a fish in a fishbowl, and I'm not really the biggest fan of that. Hold down the fort, buddy. It looks like we got one envelope here from Mr. Dan Staines. We'll crack into this, see what this is all about. If you guys are at all interested in sending anything to the channel, feel free to. All my P.O. Box information is down in the description below. Gotta love me some post office trips. So I couldn't really wait to open this up. So Jack from Dan Staines at Elevated Performance sent a little note here, as well as these air fresheners. Check these out, guys. That is absolutely awesome. Probably one of the coolest air fresheners I've ever seen. Now the question is, do they smell good? All right, and back to the house. So we've got a new mod for the Duramax, which is right in that box right there. Can anybody take a guess what it might be? Now, I challenged a lot of you guys on Instagram to take guesses, and a lot of you did guess. A lot of you are also saying diff covers and other things, but we ended up going with some purple lug nuts for the Duramax. Check these things out. Purple spiked extended lug nuts. So these are made from a friend of mine by the name of Caleb, who runs a company that some of you might be familiar with, others might be new to, is Shifted Industries. He's located out of Florida, and he makes a whole bunch of different lug nut options. These are the extended lug nuts that are spiked, as you can see. Gorilla lugs were very good for what I bought them for, and I've used them for over 2 years. They've never ever given me a reason to turn away from them, but I figured that with the addition of this extended purple lug nut, it would add a lot of nice little contrast. So for all intents and purposes of the vlog, and you can't even tell the lighting's terrible. They were super easy install. We'll get it outside so you guys can see it a little bit better. Basically, it comes with this socket sleeve, which you then pair to a 1/2-inch wrench, which is something you'll need if you go to install these, which I'm sure that you'd probably have. And now you guys can actually see the lug nuts installed. They look badass. I really like them a lot. I feel like American Force wheels just need extended lug nuts. The color of the lug nuts do not match the color of the track bars, and I knew this going into the purchase that we would not have a 1-to-1 match, and if we did, I'd probably have to play the lottery on those kind of odds. So the lug nuts are more of a lavender color, if you will, and the traction bars are more of a deep kind of illusion purple, hence the name. So I am going to have to pull my forces off here within the next few weeks, and when I do that, I'm going to take the lug nuts off and send them out to a local friend of mine. She's a keeper, all right. I think that I might have just locked on to the Corvette that I've been looking for. I'm not gonna disclose the color. You guys, if you've watched my past videos, you would know the color that I wanna get, but it's immaculate. It's got 40,000 miles on it. It's an 07, it's got the 3LT package, so it's kind of the top trim, if you will. And the car is pretty much flawless. So I'm going to check that out this week, because that owner is very anxious about getting into a C7Z. So I said, hey look, I'll take that C6Z. That way you have a nice chunk of change to go into the purchase of your C7. And he said, Jack, when's the soonest that we can do it? So expecting the Vette to be on the channel, hopefully by the new year, maybe a little bit sooner. Let's see what the Goon Squad's up to on this fine afternoon.
I heard you yell down there.
What's up, boys?
I got you, Bob.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See you, buddy.
All right. I got Jack.
Yo, I got some. I got something for you guys.
Right on the fucking ground, like I don't even care. What is this?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, air fresheners.
That was a mail time share today.
Really?
So I've got one in my truck.
I'm trying to smell
that I had.
plastic. Ooh, it smells great.
It smells outstanding, doesn't it? Go ahead, Max. Wow.
Wow.
You know?
That was a
Car too.
Please don't write. I'm sorry.
Just like that.
You know what?
You guys got to be careful.
You got a haircut.
Do like Logan Paul or Jake Paul and like bleep it out with a dolphin call.
Put a little animal.
Or like a duck quack.
Just do the Max call.
Alright, now, Andy,
Oh no. Built like an ox.
I didn't want it to hit my knees. It's not gonna hit your knees. Here, go take it for a spin or something.
Are you serious?
You want to?
I've been waiting for this forever.
Oh, that's funny.
Good. You're definitely gonna need.
Are you looking forward to your first MRE, buddy?
Oh my
Here you
god.
go, Mike.
Which one are you going with?
He's going with the old one.
Do you like microwave these or something?
No.
Everything is right there.
It's every day, bro.
What's not dry?
All of it.
Beef shredded and barbecue sauce.
Which one do you fucking want? I'm hungry.
I think I want this.
Yeah, good luck.
Are you serious?
I don't care, man. I probably ate them all. Will you hurry up?
No, I think I'm just gonna
Sucker.
You just gotta commit, dude. And I'm happy that I can just spectate.
Because the last time we ate these, my top wasn't heated up enough. So I turned it around.
Not terrible.
And it worked out really good.
It's not mine.
It's not what I would prefer. Like these guys, they're doing it for fun, but
Hell, we did it for real life.
I guess in other situations
really
it'd be more
actually.
fitting. Yeah, now that they got their meals in, I gotta go grab mine, and looks like Max is gonna tag along too. Maybe it's a good opportunity to eat some civilian food, let's call it that. Back to the house so I can get the bug eye because we need to go get it inspected. If you haven't already, go follow Mr. Maxwell House. How was that MRE experience?
Pizza was better.
Pizza was better?
Yeah,
the pizza was probably a little bit better.
A little bit.
I'm glad that Mike texted me when he was already 15 minutes away. That way his generosity didn't overflow for an MRE for me. Worked out. That worked out. So just had a successful trip at the inspection center. Luckily, this thing passed with flying colors, and not that I ever doubted it, but of course there's a little bit of hesitation whenever you take something.
Right to merge onto US 222 south toward Lancaster.
Thank you. So the last thing that I mentioned earlier on in the vlog is I was talking about how I needed to get it tinted, and I didn't think that that was going to happen today, but I decided as I was waiting to get the car inspected to give a few tint shops a call. And come to find out, there's a local tint shop downtown Lancaster that actually has availability. So we are on our way to get this thing tinted and to check all those boxes, so that way I don't even have to worry about it. I can just drive it and enjoy it. And most importantly, focus all my efforts on getting that vet. Much better. Let's just talk about the things that Tesla is doing right now. I think it's mind-boggling. Elon Musk is literally changing the entire landscape of the automotive industry as we know it today. Now, this might be a little bit more ringing for me and some of you out there that like to modify your vehicles because of the fact that what he's doing is really going to change and reshape the way that we know automotive today. So if you haven't already seen it, Tesla is releasing in 2019 a semi that basically shuts down every single reason to ever go diesel ever again. It's got a 400-mile range. It does 0 to 60 in like 5 seconds, which is like literally ridiculous compared to any other semi. Then you plug in the fact that there's autonomous driving and really eliminating the need for humans, which is honestly quite terrifying in a sense because we are designing a future that doesn't require us. But we're designing a future that doesn't really require our input because the input's gonna provide itself, which is very scary. And on the other note, they're releasing a supercar. It's called the Tesla Roadster, which is a hypercar. It's gonna be released in 2020, battery powered. It's basically the next generation Model S, if you will, from a performance perspective. And it literally shuts down all of the best records any gasoline internal combustion engine has really ever produced stock. 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds, and it runs an 8-second quarter mile. And it's scary to imagine what our future is going to look like. Those of you that at least fall within those age brackets, because it's going to be completely different from the way that we know it today. Hopefully this is a relatively short process, but you know what I did, guys? You know what I did for the sake of time, being that sometimes it's kind of hard to edit when I get home after a long day of filming and kind of activities. So I'm going to edit while I'm sitting inside of the shop. So at the end of the day, the principle is don't ever find excuses. Just do what you can do with the time that's available. And my methodology is make time work for you, don't work for your time. Guys, so here it is. Now we got the tint on, and I need to say it looks far superior compared to that of stock. No more fishbowl, no more gills, no more floating around, and that's what I'm happy about. Plus, I gotta say, I think it just adds a little bit of sex appeal to a car when it's tinted. Now that's just me personally. So I'm gonna thank the business Tint Express, which is downtown Lancaster, which is where we are right now. So thank you guys, as always, for watching this video. I really appreciate your support up until this day and always going forward. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button because we have a Corvette that's coming to the channel and we've got the Duramax. What else could we ask for? Have a good night, take care.